That text on your phone saying, "We've detected suspicious activity," it might be from the cop who just pulled you over. Police can now send fake messages to your phone and watch how you react. That might sound illegal, but it's actually completely legal in most places. Here's what cops can actually do with your phone during a traffic stop. By the end, you'll know what police can track without a warrant. You'll learn exactly what they need your permission for and when they can act alone. And you'll discover the single sentence that protects you every time. Quick note, laws vary by state, so check your local rules. This is education, not legal advice, so consult an attorney. Here's the thing you need to understand about your phone right now. Your phone knows more about you than your best friend does. It knows where you went last Tuesday and who you were with. It knows who you texted at 2 a.m. and what you said. It remembers what you Googled when you couldn't sleep. Every app, every photo, every embarrassing search is saved somewhere. And when those blue lights start flashing behind you, that little rectangle becomes the most interesting thing in your car. So can police just grab your phone and start scrolling through it? The answer is no, not without your permission or a warrant. The Supreme Court ruled on this in 2014. A case called Riley versus California changed everything. The court said phones aren't like wallets or glove boxes. They're more like filing cabinets full of your entire life. Chief Justice Roberts wrote that a phone search could expose more than the most exhaustive search of a house. Searching one without a warrant violates the Fourth Amendment. That's the one protecting you from unreasonable searches. So the highest court in the country said your phone gets special protection. That sounds like a win, but here's where it gets complicated. Your phone doesn't need to be unlocked for police to learn things about you. Think of your phone like a house with windows all around it. The court said cops can't walk inside and start opening drawers. But what about looking through the windows? That's a completely different story. Let's talk about what police can see without ever touching your phone. First up is your location. If you're a suspect in a serious crime, police can ping your phone. They call your carrier, and boom, they know which cell tower you're connected to. That narrows you down to just a few blocks, and no warrant is needed in emergencies. In urban areas with more towers, that accuracy gets even tighter. But wait, it gets way weirder than that. Ever heard of a stingray? No, I'm not talking about the ocean creature. It's a surveillance device about the size of a suitcase. Police turn it on, and every phone nearby thinks it's a cell tower. Your phone connects to it automatically, and you'd never know. Suddenly, cops can see your location down to a few feet. Some versions can even intercept your text messages in real time. Here's the creepy part. Most police departments won't admit they have these devices. They sign agreements with the FBI, promising to drop cases rather than reveal the tech. At least 75 agencies across 27 states own these devices, probably more. Your phone is basically gossiping about you to a fake cell tower. Now, here's where the traffic stop gets really interesting. You're pulled over. The officer walks up. Maybe they smell something. Maybe they're just fishing. They ask to see your phone. This is the moment that matters most. Everything changes based on what you say next. If you say yes, game over. You just gave consent. That means the officer can scroll through your texts, photos, apps, browser history, everything. And here's the kicker. They can keep looking until you specifically tell them to stop. It's like inviting someone into your house and being surprised when they open your fridge. Courts have ruled over and over, consent is consent. Doesn't matter if you felt pressured. Doesn't matter if you didn't know you could refuse. You said yes. That's legally enough. So what's the magic word? Actually, it's a sentence. 7 words. Say them clearly, say them calmly. Say them every single time an officer asks. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to explain yourself. The officer might keep asking. They might say it'll go faster if you cooperate. They might threaten to get a warrant. Doesn't matter. Keep your answer exactly the same. I do not consent to a search. It means if they do search anyway and find something, your lawyer has ammunition. No consent means no easy case against you. Evidence found during an illegal search can be thrown out entirely. That's called the exclusionary rule, and it saved countless defendants. Ready for something that'll make you want to check your phone settings? Let's talk about what happens when you're just driving around. Your phone is tracking you constantly. Every license plate reader you pass, every toll booth, every coffee shop Wi-Fi you connect to. There's a record. Police can access a lot of this without a warrant. It's called third-party doctrine. If you shared information with someone else, your phone company, Google, that random app, courts say you can't expect privacy. You gave it away voluntarily. But in 2018, something important changed. A case called Carpenter versus United States hit the Supreme Court. The justices said getting months of your location data does require a warrant. 7 days of tracking? That's basically surveillance. The government can't just grab it. For the first time, the court said digital tracking is different from old-school searches. But notice what they said. Months of data needs a warrant. What about real-time tracking during an emergency? Different rules. What about just a few hours? Still fuzzy. The law is playing catch-up with technology, and technology is winning by miles. Here's something that'll really make you paranoid. Your phone can snitch on you without police even trying. Those permissions you clicked accept on? Some apps sell your location data to brokers. Those brokers sell to anyone with cash, including law enforcement. Police don't need a warrant to buy data that's already for sale. One investigation found that a single data broker had location records for over 12 million phones. Technically legal. Definitely sketchy. So what actually happens at a traffic stop? Let's walk through it. Officer approaches your car, asks for license and registration. Standard stuff. Then they notice your phone in the cup holder. They ask what you're doing on it. You don't have to answer. Fifth Amendment. You can simply say, "I'd prefer not to answer questions." They might ask to see your phone directly. "I do not consent to a search." They might say they'll hold you while they get a warrant. In most cases, they're bluffing. Getting a warrant takes time. They need to convince a judge there's probable cause. For a routine traffic stop, that's a hard sell. But even if they're not bluffing, let them get the warrant. That paper trail protects you later. Now here's the twist nobody talks about. The border changes everything. Within 100 miles of any U.S. border, including coastlines and airports, you have fewer rights. Border Patrol can search your phone with way less justification. It's called the border exception, and 2/3 of Americans live within this zone. That's roughly 200 million people living under different rules. That random checkpoint in Arizona? Different rules. That flight you just landed from? Different rules. Let's recap what you need to remember. 1. Police cannot search your phone without a warrant or your consent. 2. Your phone constantly shares your location with cell towers, apps, and data brokers. Much of this is accessible without a warrant. 3. "I do not consent to a search" is your shield. Use it every time. 4. Even if police search anyway, refusing consent protects you in court later. 5. The border zone plays by different rules. Here's the reality. Your phone is the most personal thing you own. It knows your secrets, your habits, your mistakes. The law is slowly catching up to protect it, but there are still massive gaps. Police have tools you've never heard of. Data brokers are selling your movements right now. But knowledge is power. Now you know something most people don't. That panic when you see lights in your rearview mirror? It's designed to make you agree to things you don't have to. Nervous people say yes to everything, but you're not nervous anymore. You're prepared. You know your rights. You know the magic sentence. Hit subscribe and drop a comment below with your story. Have you ever been asked to hand over your phone during a stop? Did you know you could say no? Your story might help someone watching right now.